see, I forgot to make a couple more videos. I'll probably edit these tomorrow on Sunday. Well, after I send the emails tomorrow. Right, this is just a little bonus video, and it's something that came to mind through the whiskies, and it's something that made me feel ill. There are people that are trying to add P to the LGBTQ label, and the P stands for paedophilia, or pedosexual, or whatever you want to call it, and I think that's sickening. Now, not a lot of people are going to see this, so it's not that big of a problem. I am actually bi. I am married to a man. However, I am attracted to women, and I have had a relationship with a woman in the past. Now, as part of this, obviously, I am sort of included in the LGBT, and you know, I'm proud of where a lot of it has gotten to now. You know, the gay rights when it comes to marriage, when it comes to raising children and things like that. However, when it comes to adding something like paedophilia on, I feel physically sick. Now, the reason I'll put the a video I did above, which is about the why paedophilia is wrong. Now, yes, there is a possibility that being attracted to a child is a form of sexuality, because it is. However, the major issue with that is the fact that, sorry, I've got hiccups, is the fact that all the other forms of sexuality, with the exception of paedophilia and zoophilia, the attraction to objects, well, the attraction to objects can be included in the other sexualities in this instance. In this instance, most forms of sexuality are essentially harmless. Obviously, when it sexual assault and consent is a different animal in and of itself. In this instance, I have a I have an aversion to paedophilia being included in the LGBTQ. Now, I feel this way for various reasons. Anybody who's watched any of my previous videos will know this. The one thing I will not stand by and watch is a child being hurt in any way, shape, size or form. Because I've seen the damage that it's caused to people in the long term. And it hurts. It hurts a lot. My stomach literally churns at the thought of somebody harming a child, and I mean literally churns. Children are innocent, they are pure, they are, you know, they are the be-all and end-all of the future. They're innocent, they're the bundles of joy, and to hurt them in any way is the one thing that will make me enraged. So while I do concede that there is a possibility that being attracted to children as being attracted to animals is a form of sexuality, which it is, it should not be included on the LGBTQ, because then it would legitimise and normalise and give the opinion that we support the molestation of anybody under the age of 18. There are some legislation and laws that surround like the sex register and things like that I don't agree with. But if you harm anybody without their permission, or you manipulate somebody into a situation that they're not ready for, then I'm going to come for you. Trying to think of a good example that's not in my personal life. There's a couple of examples on Dr. Phil, and there's a couple of examples on all sorts of shows like that. There's on a show on Still World Course, and the shows within a week on Still World Course, there'll be 2 or 3 stories. I'm just trying to find one big story. I'm not going to use the Michael Jackson because I'm actually going to do a video on that, because there's a lot of bits that a lot of people don't know about when it comes to that case. I think. Found one. One of our most famous serial killers in this country is a guy called guy that goes by the name of Fred West, and his wife, Rosemary West. Fred's dead, Rosemary's still alive, she's still in prison. She's incarcerated at Her Majesty's leisure, so basically she'll never get out. It's the only way we can make life mean life in this country. Now, in the family unit, Fred's mother would entice Fred into a relationship when he was rather young. He then did the same to his children, starting quite young. And after everything came out, and obviously both, I think, I know Heather was killed. I'm not sure about me a second. I'm not 100% sure. I'll pop down below if I'm right or if I'm wrong. And in that particular case, the surviving children had to go through years of counselling and to prevent the circle from carrying on. But they even admit that the damage that they received because of that abuse is horrendous. And for people to say that paedophilia is normal and healthy for the child, I could literally sit here and argue point blank. It's a pity I'm not in the study, because I have like 3 or 4 folders which is just full research for a non-fiction book that I am planning on writing at some point on this topic. And the amount of people that try and say, oh, the child wanted this, that, the child seduced me. The child doesn't know that. As the child develops, they develop the sexuality and the sexual identity and all that. But they've to find that in their own time, on their own timetable, and in their own way. They are not supposed to be pressured by an adult. A little bit of little known registration. There was, for a long time, no actual age of consent. I know there was a legislation that happened in London around this topic. I'm just checking the date so I'll get it right. In history, in 1275, the first age of consent was set at the age of 12. Westminster One statute. In 1875, the Offence Against Personal Act raised the age to 13 in Great Britain and Ireland. Then 10 years later, the Criminal Law Amendment Act of 1885 raised it to 16. Now, this was done for a variety of reasons, and it was also done to prevent people from abusing family members. And before that, before those legislations were put in place, it was literally a case of if the child had bled, then they were allowed had bled, then they were allowed to do what they wanted, and they were allowed to marry him off the whole lot. Well, I'd have been buggered. But at the end of the day, child abuse is the one topic I will not let slide in any way. Sorry, my voice is a bit funny. I'm not so well at the moment. But I wanted to get these videos out of the way before the husband gets home, because these are the type of videos I can't do when he's at home, because it upsets him. Because he gets as mad as I do about children being abused and things. It makes us both feel sick. So my opinion on this is no, just no. P should not be added to LGBTQ. Neither should Z for zoophilia. At the end of the day, those are two forms of sexuality that are dangerous and criminal. And they are dangerous and criminal for a reason. They are damaging to the victims, they are damaging to the people around the victims. And the effects don't just last a couple of years, they last a lifetime. There are various reasons as to why this particular topic upsets me. But at the end of the day, I just tell you what I can without divulging too much information. Which is why I'm using other cases to back myself up. So, with that being said, I will, I don't know whether I might upload this on Saturday because it's sort of linked to the Saturday video. So, we'll see anyway. But please remember to protect children, as you're the only person that can do it. They can't protect themselves, they're too small. Right, stay safe, be good, and I will see you soon.